and welcome to another night of Display Trivia. I am your star-studded hostess with the mostest, your quiz queen, Sarah Pribis. Tonight, we are coming to you live from the City of Stars, Los Angeles. And what a treat to be here during Oscar nominations. Folks, the city is abuzz. No, really, everyone is on Bumble trying to find a date for the biggest night in Hollywood. Look, if Will Smith needs a date for his big night, who am I to say no? I mean, I haven't seen him yet on the dating apps, but word is he's pretty newly single. Anyway, congrats to all the nominees. Also, all the nominelbos. Really, everyone involved in making the movies, congrats. And an honorable mention to everyone who watches movies. Congrats, guys, we did it. Yay, we really did it. Now, before I call lights, camera, action on tonight's game, a few notes. You'll have 10 seconds to answer 10 questions each. When the question appears on your screen, choose carefully, because once you tap, there is no going back. If you get one wrong, keep playing for fun. Make sure you're connected to that Wi-Fi and that you're holding your phone vertically. Your winnings will appear in your display bank account if you're actively posting and have your display profile all set up and ready to go. Now, before we get started, let's have a quick rehearsal, shall we? A little Hollywood you rather, if you will. Let's do it. So Hollywood you rather, land a starring role, roll sound, roll film, California rolls. Tell me now, like, what is most exciting to you on a movie set? Is it the drama, the technical prowess, or the catering? Yeah, y'all know I love my food, but of course, as an actress, I have to say, land a starring role. It's a starring role for me, and that's why I love hosting trivia, of course. 49% of you are with me. We would love to be on the big screen, friends. And hopefully you'll get your time to shine tonight. That's it. Everyone in place? Ready to put on the best performance of your life? I'm going to take that as a yes. Yeah, I'll take that as a yes. All right, quiet on set. It's time for Display Trivia. Question 1. The first feature films to include audible dialogue were generally known as what? Talkies, soundies, chatties. The first feature films to include audible dialogue were generally known as what? Talkies, soundies, chatties. Before this type of movie, we had silent films. And can I say, I think that those were way underrated. I listen to people talk all darn day. They tell me, Sarah, you gotta get back to work. Or, Sarah, you're hogging the bag of Cheetos again. Or sometimes even, Sarah, you can't just take someone's baby without asking, and I'm tired of it. I want silence. Silence is golden. And if you knew the answer to this was talkies, then you just scored yourself a golden ticket to the next question. 91% of you did. Question 2. An American football field is how many yards long? 50, 100, 1,000. An American football field is how many yards long? 50, 100, 1,000. Yes, in America, we use measurements that make sense. A yard equals a total of 3 feet. 3 feet is 36 inches. Go ahead, do the math. That makes 12 inches in a foot. Any of this landing yet? Great, I'll go on. There are 8 ounces in a cup. Okay, interesting. There are 2 cups in a pint. Are you following along still? There are 2 pints in a quart. Cool, cool, cool. Where is this going? Oh, just you wait, because there are how many quarts in a gallon? 4. But remember that thing I said about ounces? Oh, you are gonna love this, because there are actually different ounces of the same name that we use to measure weight as well. And there are 16 of those in a pound. Anyway, good luck. Yeah. Surprisingly, our football field measurements tend to make more sense than anything else we measure. A nice round number of 100 yards in total. Yes, 94% of you got that. And we're almost to that 50-yard line. Question 3. This movie studio released its first feature-length film in 1995 about the inner lives of toys. Illumination, Pixar, DreamWorks. This movie studio released its first feature-length film in 1995 about the inner lives of toys. Illumination, Pixar, DreamWorks. This movie was the very first completely computer-animated full-length movie, which might seem pretty cool. But let me ask you this. Are we sure we're ready to give computers that power to animate our movies? I mean, I know AI is quickly advancing, but do we really want computers making our movies for us? I mean, how will they even know what we like? A computer can't come up with witty dialogue. A computer can barely tell if I'm a real human or not. Mine is always asking me to tell it, like, which is a picture of a fire hydrant. Babe, how are you gonna make a movie if you can't even stay connected to my Wi-Fi? The movie about the inner lives of toys was Toy Story, and it was the first feature out of Pixar Animation Studios. 91% of you, well done. Question 4. Select the movie star known for the famous beauty mark above her lip. Grace Kelly, Marilyn Monroe, Elizabeth Taylor. Select the movie star known for the famous beauty mark above her lip. Grace Kelly, Marilyn Monroe, Elizabeth Taylor. A beauty mark is just a mole that's been rebranded. It's the same concept as calling the world's most divisive condiment aioli instead of mayo. Would a rose by any other name smell as sweet? You bet, sister. I'm wondering why we can't do this for more things we're kind of iffy on. Like, instead of calling it the DMV, what about something more enticing, like a break from your kids? Or, finally, a place to do my Sudoku in peace that isn't the bathroom. Yeah, see? It's all in how you word it. And whether you're calling it a beauty mark, an angel kiss, a birthmark, or a mole, Marilyn Monroe is the starlet who made us all want one on our upper lip. 90% of you, you're stars. Question 5. The long shot pass in American football is named after what prayer? Hail Mary, the Serenity Prayer, the Lord's Prayer. The long shot pass in American football is named after what prayer? Hail Mary, the Serenity Prayer, the Lord's Prayer. Sports is mostly about skill, so I love how desperate this pass sounds. Like an only God can save us now mentality. Maybe you should have played a little bit better in the beginning of the game because God is probably busy with some other stuff fighting Badgers. That being said, if we're gonna have this attitude in sports, I'm all for it in more run-of-the-mill daily activities as well. I mean, it would make copying a big file at work or picking up the kids from soccer way more exciting. Hallelujah, I did not forget Braden today. Who wants carrot sticks? The pass is a Hail Mary, and it's usually saved as a last resort, which is good. Mary's not God, but I'm sure she's still, got quite a full plate. 90% of you. Moving on, question 6. Which of the following films does not prominently feature greaser characters? The Outsiders, Rebel Without a Cause, The 7-Year Itch. Which of the following films does not prominently feature greaser characters? The Outsiders, Rebel Without a Cause, The 7-Year Itch. The most obvious movie with greaser characters is, of course, Grease. But my favorite film with greaser characters, that would be Hercules. All those characters are greasers. Well, ancient greasers, to be exact. And most of them are ancient greaser gods. I mean, why else would Hercules be saving the world while also rocking that plain white tee, leather jacket, and perfectly coiffed, slicked back hair? Personally, I love that movie, but I do think instead of trying to fight the Cyclops, he probably should have spent more time tricking out his souped-up bride. You dig, Daddy-O? The greaser is the classic 50s bad boy character, and the only movie here without him is The 7-Year Itch. 84% of you are itching to get to the next question. Let's do it. Q7. The most current film version of the fictional bear created by Michael Bond wears all of the following garments except blue raincoat, orange rain boots, red bucket hat. The most current film version of the fictional bear created by Michael Bond wears all of the following garments except blue raincoat, orange rain boots, red bucket hat. Wait, hold up. Fictional? Okay, I might need to sit down for a minute. You're telling me this bear who stars in these films is fictional? Like his character is made up? But he's just a bear actor, right? Someone please tell me this isn't happening. Oh my God, oh wow. I mean, I know they say never meet your heroes, but I didn't realize I would never be able to, because the bear who plays Paddington is just a bunch of ones and zeros and a computer. No, you know what? I'm not buying it. If he's not real, how is he able to carry on conversations with all those real human actors? And would a computer animated bear have that much style? Come on. Paddington is known for sporting his blue raincoat and red bucket hat. No boots for this guy, though. He'd rather go barefoot. Barefoot. 73% of you got it. Question 8. Which of the following is not one of the periodic table elements featured in the title logo of the AMC drama starring Bryan Cranston? Bromine, boron, barium. Which of the following is not one of the periodic table elements featured in the title logo of the AMC drama starring Bryan Cranston? Bromine, boron, barium. This show was groundbreaking for a lot of reasons, but more importantly because it dared to ask the question, what if a high school chemistry teacher did some shady stuff? My high school chemistry teachers were nothing like this fella. Their idea of a crazy day? Let's measure some chemicals in the lab and then clean them up. Ooh. Unless, of course, that was all a front. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of those experiments were actually getting blood out of Mr. Collins' dress shirts. And whenever you asked about it, you were told, pipe down, pipsqueak. I still don't understand how putting rubber bands around $1,000 worth of $100 bills was chemistry, but you know, I learned a lot that year. The show in question is Breaking Bad, and the BR is represented by the chemical symbol for bromine, while the BA is represented by that of barium. No boron, and if you tuned into the pre-show, you got that one. 85% of you. Question 9. Which of the following is not a recognized name of the plant from which Hollywood gets its name? Toyon, juniper, Christmasberry. Which of the following is not a recognized name of the plant from which Hollywood gets its name? Toyon, juniper, Christmasberry. This is true. One of the most star-studded places on Earth is named after something as simple as a plant. But I guess that makes sense. I mean, have you seen how much rich people like plants? They always have recently dead ones in beautiful vases when you walk into their homes. Ah, yes, welcome in. Look at those beautiful recently deceased stems I organized in an aesthetically pleasing way. And they always have gardeners over. They have so many plants, they need help taking care of them. Ah, I can't wait until I've made it My Plants Have Plants. But the plant where this neighborhood gets its name is Heteromelis arbudifolia, otherwise known as Toyon, Christmasberry, or the California holly. 73% of you got that. You ready? Because it's time for the final question. Question 10. Which is true of the first U.S. president to officially recognize Black History Month? He almost played on an NFL team. He is a cousin of Elvis Presley. He fought in the Korean War. Which is true of the first U.S. president to officially recognize Black History Month? He almost played on an NFL team. He is a cousin of Elvis Presley. He fought in the Korean War. The first president to be in office during the first official Black History Month was not this president, however. That president would have been notoriously great U.S. President Richard Nixon. Oh, that guy was just the best. A class act. He knew how to make you feel like family. I mean, the guy was so welcoming, he sent his own people to check in on his political adversaries during their stay at the Watergate Hotel. I mean, some people think they were spying, but I think they were just folding the bath towels in different shapes. I mean, nothing says enjoy your stay like a little bear sitting on your bed wearing sunglasses. Anyway, Nixon did not officially recognize Black History Month, but the first president who did was Gerald R. Ford in 1976. And fun fact about Ford, he was actually a football MVP in college and received offers to play with the Packers as well as the Lions. 74% of you got that. So, like, how did you do? Did you make it all the way through? Did you get all 10 right? How did we do, friends? Let me know in the chat. Shout out your scores. Another game in the books. You came, you slayed, you displayed your knowledge, and you are gonna get paid. 297 winners tonight. Were you one of them? Don't forget, we have no pre-show this week because we are coming to you live from LA all the way until this Friday, which will be our very special Super Bowl themed game in honor of the biggest night in sports taking place right here in La La Land. Lee Art, you got a 3 out of 10, but you love it. That's great. Most Arrow, 7 out of 10. Bravo. I'm Sky, got a 5. Celia got a 10. You won. Rialtis, how'd you do? I know last night you were a winner. Octopi 5 got a 10. Ash Nor got a 10. A lot of 10 out of 10s. Bravo. Sheena, 5 out of 10. Come back. I Prefer Pie, a win after 2 weeks. Oh no, Blog W, you got to come in early. Actually, come in early tomorrow, because if you come into the Dolby Live I'm doing from the Display TV page, I give away the answer to question 8. Exactly, Hedgehog Spoon. So, no pre-show this week, but I am going live, and I have been going live from the Display TV profile. So if you have your notifications set up, or if you just head on in about 15 minutes prior to the game at 7:45 p.m. Eastern, we're hanging out. I give a tour of the studio today, and I'm giving away the answer to question 8. So definitely come on into that. 10 out of 10 to Jesus. Bravo, Tim Dozer says, I need all the answers. I feel you. These questions are hard. Bicky got a 10 out of 10. Ron Wirtz, so what you can do if you did not get a notification is to just go to the Display TV profile, and you should be able to click right on in by tapping the icon when we are live. So you can just come on in that way. Friends, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to do it all again, same time, same place, right here in the app. I'll see you tomorrow on Display.